Here is a news story that I think will divide opinion in a very interesting way. A secondary school maths teacher is facing a lengthy jail term because she's been convicted of having sex with 2 students that she brought home to her home in Salford Quays.
Well, that's as the 30-year-old Rebecca Joynes also gave birth to one of the boys' babies earlier this year. The boys in question were 15 and 16 years old.
Well, we're joined by social justice campaigner Winston Davis. This is an extraordinary story because we've all been looking at the headlines, and there's a degree of there's a difference. If it were a man convicted of having sex and then a baby with 15 and 16-year-old girls, the headlines would be paedophile, would be sex pervert.
She's a rapist. That's it. That's literally it. We would be saying rapist, paedophile, has sex with children and has baby by them. But here we're talking about softly spoken gymnast talking about her, really humanising her, and the reality of it is she's a rapist. But actually in UK law we can't say she's a rapist because rape is only available to men using their penis inside a vagina, anus or mouth without consent. So women can't...
Women can't rape?
Legally, by law, they can't rape a man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why they may not use the word rape inside the articles, because legally you can't call her a rapist.
But it just shows how unusual it is, though. I mean, that's a terrible thing to say, but it is much more usual to have a male in this situation than a female, which might explain why there's almost a degree of sympathy. There are headlines that talk about her being very quiet, you'd never have thought.
Feeling lonely.
And that she's had a baby, and is it right for her to be in prison now and away from her baby?
Yeah, no, it's disgusting. It's like, look, she's had a baby. The baby's now been, living with the father's family. She is seeing the baby a few times a week, but, what right has she got to, take away the childhood of this boy, taking away his virginity, taking away, maybe some of his life aspirations. It's like, she literally needs to get the book thrown at her for whatever. I talk about it a lot. Look, I've been in trouble myself with the police as a youngster. I took accountability for it, and I served what I had to serve. But this woman, she needs to take accountability of her actions. She needs to be sent to prison. She needs to be thinking about what she's done and sort her life out.
And what about the baby? I mean,
innocent baby. I mean, what story is that? 10, 15 years from now, she finds out that... Go on.
Well, the papers are reporting this morning that actually the baby could spend the first few years of their life in prison with this woman. How does that make you feel?
I
think that's completely wrong. I mean, again...
Sounds unlikely to me if the baby's got a family already now.
Well, this is
the baby's father.
So, do you know what? So here we are. So aside from this, I spent 7 years in a family court trying to see my eldest son, so I've got a good knowledge of this area, and actually they'll set a precedent. And if the baby's needs are central to this are being met by the father's family in a safe environment, and that's the best thing for the baby, is it best for it to be with the father's family in their house, being looked after, cared for, loved for, outside stimulus, or to be locked up in a prison? Don't think so.
No, if the baby's with the baby's father,
100%.
then that is probably the best thing. But if you look at the woman now, and again, if it were a man, I wouldn't be asking this question, but is prison the right place for her? She's clearly sick.
She belongs in prison. 100%. She's broken the law. She's raped children.
Yes, but are there the right sort of services within prison to help her?
So then this comes back to the conversation about rehabilitation. Yeah, prison is the right place for her, but the emphasis should be on rehabilitation. And then the question is, when you've raped a child, can you be rehabilitated?
Yeah. OK, well, Winston Davis, good to see you this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
Well,